On the double. Greystone travel.
All day, baby, all day. Check.
Rock it.
He's checking crack. Showing it. Check 43. Hey, switch gears.
Yo, jackrabbit, come on. Pilot, 64, go.
They'll run on first down. It's Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They go play action here on first down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the ground, it's Thomas. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D. Check.
Hey, exit.
Mike 56.
Shoot.
A quick throw here out to Brown. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
You draw quarter.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Thomas. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Watch twin.
A play fake, now Kelly. And this one completes a read. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
53's Mike. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Ready?
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
Check 37.
Yes.
Mike 50.
Get it.
On 2nd down, it's Thomas. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. Kelly. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
Now the first carry for Bush. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
60 outlaw.
4-yard line.
50. You ain't doing nothing.
On 2nd down, Elway. That's complete to Sharp. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. The first down carry for Davis. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
61, match box right. Nice,
Second and 4.
On 2nd down, Elway. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's Elway to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Raiders there have opened a 2-touchdown advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On 1st down, it's Thomas. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Look at me. Go. Alpha.
We got double up. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check.
Hey, Sam.
On 2nd down now, it's Thomas. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Yep.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Hey, wahoo. Big river.
Play action, it's Kelly. He's going to go up top for the end zone. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's Elway. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here's Kelly. Thomas has got it, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, zoom. Go. Motion.
Now a give, right side. Thomas. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big pickup of 38. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Trying to run it in. DeMarco. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Patrick DeMarco. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The Sanders has got it complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bills' 6-yard line.
Another try for Davis. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
6-6, pull it high. Ready?
3rd and goal. Elway. Hard throw, incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And McManus able to put it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Now that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Brown signed with the Bills in March. Last year he was in Baltimore, 4 seasons in Arizona prior to that, but they're hoping that Brown can add a lot of speed to this offense, which he should. Last year in Baltimore, 715 yards and 5 touchdowns. On 1st down, it's Kelly. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Not too many teams will use a 1st-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the 1st round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second and very short, Kelly toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now Thomas. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw is Kelly. Then he finds Beasley, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Cole Beasley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Now it's Elway. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. And that's complete to McCaffrey. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Elway looking to pass again. Throw left side, complete. That's Bush. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On first, they'll throw with Elway. He's got his man Sharp, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Until that late score here in the 2nd quarter, they only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The Last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Kelly, a final shot before break. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
56, check 56. Come on, boy. Come on, let's go.
A final shot before break. Kelly, and that's complete to Brown. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Elway, and he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. They'll run on first down. It's Bush. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Hey, Haywood! Go!
4 down. Here we go. Watch 7.
Ready?
Elway now looking to throw on third. And the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now Elway to throw, and that's caught by Smith. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On 1st and 10, Kelly. Buying time to us, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
On the ready.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Kelly. And he's going to go down again. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Derek Wolfe. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. The Raiders have widened their lead even further, and we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. To throw is Elway. That's complete to Sharp. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Elway. And he's got Hireman. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
Head up. 18 Gator.
50, 50. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Snap.
Off the play fake. Elway. He's got Smith here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 36. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. picked off near the 32. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Thomas. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. A big play here for Buffalo. 67 yards on the ground.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. This is Thomas. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Elway. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 47. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Thomas, he's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Now Hauschka to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd down, Elway. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. From the gun, it's Elway. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey.
56 to
Kelly to throw. John Brown's got it, complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They run with Thomas. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 8. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, 41 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Elway. And this one complete to Smith. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Okay, ready?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Bush. They'll get it to the 40. Sweet little move in there, but couldn't get much yardage out of it. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Elway. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
60 out now.
Now Elway on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Elway to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Elway looking to pass again. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. They'll keep it on the ground. Thomas, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.